Hello and welcome to another episode of the Talking of Minds podcast. And in this episode, we will be talking about the impact of greenery and natural surroundings on our mental health and their role in helping us cope with various stresses in life. Now, who doesn't like to go on a trip to a place of natural beauty or to greenery? Or, most of us would like to escape from our daily boring and routine lives to a day of natural surroundings and natural settings and sounds. Now, uh, even sometimes a scene or a memory of such a natural vacation or being in the natural surroundings can help us regain some of the mental health or make us more happy in our daily lives. And it is also said that people who live in high stress environments and people who have high stress jobs may be more inclined to go on such trips where they can take their minds off their boring lives. And there are some scientific reasons behind this experience of happiness when we are able to escape from the stresses of daily life to natural surroundings. Environmental psychology is a field of psychology which studies such phenomena, such experiences. And there have been a number of studies which have been done in environmental psychology with regard to the ability of natural surroundings and greenery to restore our happiness and well-being. Rachel Kaplan and Stephen Kaplan, they are a couple and they are environmental psychologists. Stephen Kaplan is no longer with us. Rachel still lives and continues her work. The Kaplans came up with a theory called the attention restoration theory in the 1980s, the late 1980s and the early 1990s, where they talked about directed attention, the fatigue related to directed attention, and restoration of attention. Now, directed attention is when we have to make an effort, a deliberate effort to have our attention on something. So if you are on a clerical job, you have to deliberately give your attention to the work that is involved in it. And almost in all our work, the kind of work that we do, except maybe the kind of work that maybe painters do, or with some of those exceptions, whatever we do in our daily life for a living needs us to have this directed attention towards a task. And it is said that having directed attention for long times creates a certain kind of fatigue in our mental resources, which makes us bored, which makes us feel dull, and which drains our energy. And the restoration of attention is the process by which we restore some of these mental resources, so that we can feel happy, we can restore the energy. And the attention restoration theory talks about certain kinds of activities or situations which can help us recharge our energies. One of them is being away from everyday stressors. And being away does not mean necessarily being physically away from our stressors. It can also mean that we can be mentally away. We can take our attention, we can take our mind off from whatever causes daily stresses to us, and being our own zone, without thinking much, without bothering much about the everyday stresses. This can be one way of restoring our attention and making us feel more better. And the experiences that we have, or the activities that we engage in for restoring our attention, are also important. So they have to be comfortable and familiar for us. They have to be compatible. They have to match with our intrinsic motivations for doing things. So it means that when an activity that is restoring attention, or that is pleasurable for one person, may not be as pleasurable for another person. So each of us may have certain kinds of activities which can help us recharge, which can help us bounce back from boredom, and make our lives more interesting and happy. So the activity whichever we choose have to be compatible with our motivations, which have to have to be comfortable and familiar to us, things that we should like. So another person's recipe for recharging may not be ours. So we all may have to find our own activities which can help us recharge. And the activities that we engage have to be softly fascinating. Now, this soft fascination is a core element in the attention restoration theory and the related, research. Soft fascinations are things that can catch our attention effortlessly. Things that can that can engage us without us paying much, effort into it. So this can be the experience of seeing a sunset in a beach. There can be a lot of elements in this single experience of a sunset at a beach. The sounds, the waves, the sight of the waves, or the sight of the sun fading into the horizon, or it can be the color combination that you have. Or maybe sitting alone, or this this feeling of solitude that you get. All of these can have elements of soft fascination, where you're not expected to consciously give your attention to something. It comes naturally to you, and it can catch you, and it can catch your attention. You can lose a sense of time when in such a situation. So these are soft fascinations when compared to hard fascinations. Hard fascinations are things that where you have to exert some kind of an effort to it. So something like a sports. So sports can be an activity that can give you happiness, that can give you that can recharge your resources, but it is kind of a hard fascination, where you have to exert some kind of influence, exert some kind of energy into it. So it is said that soft fascinations are better at restoring your attention or giving you more happiness when compared to hard fascinations. And as I already said, there can be exceptions. This is not a universal rule that will apply to every person on a similar scale. There can be exceptions, but soft fascinations are more they have the more chance to give you the peace of mind that you expect from such kind of experiences. And research has been done on the effect of greenery and soft fascinations on various activities. So studies have shown that patients who are recovering from a surgery benefit from having greenery and natural views out their windows than people who have views of maybe buildings or concrete structures. So patients who have a window which overlooks green surroundings have better rates of recovery from a surgery, or faster recovery from a surgery when compared to others. Women recovering from breast cancer have shown better recovery when they had given a chance to walk in a park with greenery than in an urban surrounding, walking in an urban surrounding. Greenery and natural surroundings have been shown to reduce the exam stress levels among college students. They have been shown to recover people from mental fatigue, recover people from stress and other stress-inducing experiences. Some studies have shown that greenery and natural surroundings can have a positive impact on memory, learning, and concentration, especially among children. And there have been many similar studies which are going on for the past 2 or 3 decades, but we don't have many meta-analysis or systematic reviews. We do have some, but they are not enough, because the studies are slowly emerging. This is a field which is growing in the research. Studies are emerging by the day, but more conclusive evidence are awaited, mostly because of the studies that need to be done in environmental psychology are many times, they are very difficult to conduct, being natural experiments. But we are getting more and more studies every day. And let us now look at what we can learn from whatever has been studied so far. One is that trying to exposing ourselves to greenery and naturalness can have an impact on our mental health and our happiness. And Rachel Kaplan and team have written in an article that even your office or home windows can have a very important influence on how happy you can feel during your day. So if you have a window that offers a view of natural surroundings when opened, and if you are able to use that window for considerable amounts of time in a day, over time this alone can have a positive impact on your mental health. So if you are designing a new home, pay more attention to how you can place a window, how we can design a window which offers a more soothing and green or natural view from outside. And if you have a home, and if you have some chances of designing something outside the window so that you can get a natural view outside of the window, that can also be helpful. We can include and try to include greenery and natural views inside the working spaces and our homes and in the surroundings that we live. And we can also make use of relaxing sounds or soothing videos, which may not be as beneficial as actual natural surroundings, but they can have an impact on our total mood and overall functioning. Indoor plants and greenery inside residential spaces are another chance of getting in nature, in with nature. And while designing indoor plants or indoor greenery, it is also to be noted that they have to be as natural as possible. So something like a green carpet may not be as effective as a terrarium, because a terrarium may give you a view that is much similar to what can be found in actual nature, right? So naturalness of the surroundings is also a key. Artificialness increases, the impact on your mental health may decrease. And also, you have to find ways to be either physically or mentally away from whatever is a boring activity to you, or whatever is making your life boring. So if possible, you can be physically away. But if being physically away is not possible, you can at least try and find some time to be mentally away from whatever is bothering you in your daily life. That can have an impact on your mental health. And it is always good to find soft fascinations in any kind of outing or a trip that we have. So even if it is a hiking trip or walking through jungles for hours, so trekking can be a hard fascination. But if you have at the night, if you have a campfire where you can sit calmly, enjoying the sounds of the nature and the calmness, that can be a soft fascination. So it is always important to try and incorporate soft fascinations into all kind of fun activities that you do. This can also have a major impact on your mental health and your happiness. So that is it about the greenery and naturalness and their impact on our mental health and well-being. Thanks for listening.